Hey everybody, Chris Steigelman, and we're back again for another aerial drone tour of the Magnolia Renovation project. We'll go ahead and get started flying down number one here as we talk through some of the current things that are going on with regards to the renovation project and where we stand. You'll see on the left-hand side there some fresh ground cover, pine straw being applied. On the right, you'll notice new coquina under the oak tree. These are all details that we're currently working on. Just to really pull everything together and finish this project and get it ready aesthetically to reopen, refreshing all those areas. Short of this green, the two greenside bunkers there were two that were really damaged heavily during Tropical Storm Elsa and the rains earlier this summer. That we were going to come back and repair. That work has been done now. The contractor has finished all the major grassing work, all the sprig work, all the construction activities, and really right now they're just working on their punch out list of small items as they work their way out the door. As we go on to number two, you see on the left the fairway bunker there. There's some brown grass around that. What that is it's the new sod that was installed during the fairway reshaping. And that was, as we mow those areas down to fairway height, sometimes you get some temporary scalping on those areas. So as we fly through many holes, you'll see some of that really isolated mostly around the fairway bunker areas. As we fly through the green here, you can see the bunkering around the green and a little bit of sand on top of the green. That's our sand top dressing. Greens are now being mowed at our regular greens height. The sand top dressing just helps to smooth them out and get the greens back up to their normal speed and really help with the grain of the green and promote better putting conditions. As we fly down number three, you notice the waste area, and then short of the green, you see a couple of brown spots here where that's sod repair, again, washouts from the tropical storms this summer that we just repaired and fixed those areas so that they'll be level and smooth for play. Number four, you see the fairway bunkers here on the right. And as we round the corner, again, a couple of bunkers that were damaged during Tropical Storm Elsa that have now been repaired. On all those areas where the sand was contaminated with the dirt washing down, that sand has been removed and new bunker sand's been added. Number five, as we fly, Lagoon on the right. On the left, you'll notice the first fairway bunker on Magnolia is missing from this hole. What was there previously, the cart path shifted left into the trees and is now a natural path. Fairway got much wider and kind of slopes up, banks up on the left-hand side to give you a wider and easier landing area in this spot. But it does approach a pretty tough green with the narrowness of this green and some of the bunkering around it. Two tiers, there's one upper tier in the back of that green. As we move on to number six, one thing we've also done is a lot of tree maintenance. You can see the oak tree on the right. We've removed some of the lower limbs. We've removed sucker growth, and that was done all the way around the golf course just to really open up those sight lines and really so you see some of these new design features off the tee much better than you did before. As we approach the green, this is an interesting, probably one of the most interesting greens complexes we did as part of the project. The original green is almost still intact, and it was completely renovated, but the design of it on the front half of the screen mirrors what was there previously. But then Brandon Johnson really wanted to tie the back of the green in. What used to be a swale behind the green has now been constructed to be green also. Pretty interesting pin locations back here. And overall, the greens have gotten much larger than they were previously. We picked up about 40% more surface area on the greens. And in addition to that, a lot of the gentle sloping areas on the greens, the consistent sloping areas were removed. We have a lot of flatter areas, much more pinnable location on the greens. There are some, steeper undulations in between those pinnable areas, but the greens in general have many, many more pin positions than what was previously there. Number eight really turned out great. This is a beautiful hole. Interesting green here as well. You got two tiers, the lower and the upper tier, and a little bunker in the back center, kind of almost in the green. A couple bunkers short of the green there that also defend approach shots to that green. And number nine, continuing with the native area kind of theme of Magnolia, you'll see this whole waste bunker here on the left. What was previously a coquina path working down the lagoon bank has gotten much wider, a little bit more interesting. Some of the bunker edges, the waste area edges there. And then as we get to the green stayed relatively similar to what it used to be in size and shape. Turning the corner to number 10, again, you'll notice the ground cover being done in these areas, really bringing the golf course back together and making it pop, all the new work pop. Fairway bunkers here, similar to what they were before, just slightly shifted a little further down the hole. And then as you approach the green, this is another interesting one. We've got a big mound in front of the green, just past that greenside bunker, that kind of hides that back left location of the green. So that's a neat design concept there. Number 11, again, a lot of tree work happening on the left and the right here to really make sure you can see some of these design aspects that were included as the project came together. Fairway bunkers on the left, those were not visible from the tee before until we'd done the tree work and really made that left side. You can see through the trees there on that left-hand side. And this is one where all the way from where the cart path crosses to the green was within the limits of disturbance so that we could address some of the previous issues we had in that fairway. You'll see some brown squares in this one. Again, those are areas that had washed out during some of the storms during grow-in, and we have sodded those areas to make sure that they're playable and full cover and smooth as we finish up the project. The 11th green shifted down a little bit closer to the lagoon, more at the lagoon level. The elevation of that green is lower than it previously was. Number 12, as we fly down this one, you'll see the fairway bunkers here on the right. Fairway got wider, and almost all the fairways are widened out to make better landing areas. These fairway bunkers are brought, into play a little bit in some of those areas, but overall the fairways are much wider than what they previously were in a lot of areas. As we approach the green, this green kept a lot of the characteristics of the previous green, that front to back, sloping away from you, very, square-shaped green here, kind of flat, not a whole lot of contours on that one. 13, we got some bunkers on the left in the fairway, bunker on the right, and then again, as we cross the cart path crosses the fairway here, pretty much everything from that point in was redesigned and reshaped. This is another one that has some interesting undulations in the front center of this green, both in the approach that carry themselves through into the green as well. Waste bunker area here on the left between 13 and 14 really just kind of ties in that same naturalized waste bunker type feel around the golf course. 14, par 3, beautiful hole here. You can see the bunker going all the way down the left of the lagoon there. There's a large hill on the right-hand side with those two greenside bunkers embedded in it, and then short grass all the way around it. In general, a lot of short grass around these greens. What used to just be a little bit of short grass leading up to the green is now these big mow-outs around the greens, where you can choose whether you chip or putt from those areas. So, number 15, new fairway bunker added on the right-hand side there under the tree line. And then as we approach the green, you'll see a large ridge running from left to right from fairway bunker to fairway bunker as a new addition. This was all shaped and reshaped from these fairway bunkers all the way through the green. You can see the greenside bunkers. Again, a pretty subtle flat green here, but interesting around the green with some of the bunkering. As we fly down 16, there's fairway bunker on the left. Similar location of the old fairway bunker, again, just moved slightly further down the hole. And then on the right-hand side, you'll notice the large oak tree there. That was always there, obviously, but you couldn't really see this tree. You couldn't see a lot of the beach bunker past that tree because of all the undergrowth underneath it. That was all removed and trimmed out, and now you can really see the entire greens complex as you approach this green. Greenside beach bunker was completely renovated. Reshaped. You'll see a lot more interesting edging on that, some contouring, and then the green itself has a large upper tier in the back and much more pinnable location than what it previously had. We fly down 17. The green again here shifted a little bit closer to the water, a little bit down more at the elevation of the water to bring that lagoon into play. A large mow out on the left. And the final hole, again, you'll notice the pine straw being applied there on the left. That really just brings the whole project together. As we fly down towards the green, you'll see the green side bunker on the right, and again the green ties in much closer to the lagoon in this area. Again, a much larger green, much more pinnable green than what was previously there. We're really excited to get this project finished and get it back in your hands and you play in the golf course. We hope you enjoyed this aerial tour. We're really excited to show you some of the work that's been going on and get this thing finished up for you. Thanks for your time.